Today we have the Toyota Aygo. This is a 1 litre 71 horsepower X-Trend model, and like all my other cars, this is a first impression review, and everything I see right now is the first time I've seen it. It's the first time I've opened this boot, and I gotta tell you, it looks disgusting. But having said that, it seems big enough. It's nice and deep for this kind of car, and you can remove this somehow, which I will demonstrate. There you go. And you can see the seats do fold flat by pulling this lever over here, and they go down, and the same with the other side. So you can have quite a lot of access through the back over here. Just to check out the room in the back seats. Now the only part I've done in this car is literally driven it around the corner to this position, to this parking spot, and put my seat in the position. And sitting over here is a little bit cramped in the back. You can't really open this window. It's just got one of these old-fashioned kind of flip things. There's no electric windows here, obviously, because you can't open them. There's one cup holder down there. The legroom is extremely tight in my position, and I am not a 6-footer. I'm about 5'7", 5'8". But in all fairness, the headroom is not too bad. Realistically, you cannot fit more than 2 adults here. This middle section is tiny. So if you have 2 adults, that's enough in the back. And I'm actually feeling something else, and that is that the back headrest behind me is digging into my back, which is not very pleasant. So I would suggest to keep the back seats just for children. By the way, guys, if you haven't yet done so, please subscribe to my channel. I post videos weekly of weekly car reviews. Now, as I said earlier, the only thing I've done in here is picked up the car, driven it around the corner, parked it, and that's it. I am filming today and driving around in the beautiful city of London, in Hampstead Garden suburb, or Hampstead Village. I hope you enjoy the drive, and it's not going to be long. I haven't prepared anything, so everything I say is literally my first impressions. And let's get straight into it and start with the seating position. And it is good. It's not too bad. It's got nice supportive things over here, cushions for your thighs. The back is supportive, and the seating position is nice. I like where I'm sitting. There's nice height between my head and the ceiling here. I can see straight out the road. Infotainment system, basic speedometer. It's just basic, which is great. Just what we need in a car. I don't really like this. Today it's 6 degrees outside. It's quite cold in London, and this is freezing cold. You can't really feel the warmth and the cold in this car from this video, but all these little things here, it's nice, it's cute, but it's not practical. Cup holders, USB, aux, glove box, little area for storage here, but realistically you can't really do much. Cup holders, door bins, which are very small. I forgot to bring my bottle, so I don't think realistically I could fit a 500 milliliter bottle in there. I could probably fit a small cup of coffee. But let's get straight into it. This car is a manual. It's a 5-speed manual. Because it's the X-Trend model, it does have climate control, which you don't get in the basic model. What else can I report on before I move on? Got the volumes, mode. This is, oh, there you go, it's for the infotainment system. Let me just turn the volume off, get that off, because of copyright purposes. Can't play that on YouTube. All right, so that just flips through the channel, the different kinds of channels you got. You've also got this over here, nice physical buttons to control the volume. I guess it's got speech recognition. I don't know what that one is. All right, okay, so this goes to your general infotainment system homepage. Is this a touch screen? Yes, it is. It's got a touch screen, just about. Connect your phone, obviously. I'm not connecting my phone to this car as I've only got it for a short while. And having said that, let's move on. Let's move off. Let's move on. One thing I have noticed is that this, not sure if you can see it from here, but the biting point on this clutch is so high up. I don't think I've ever driven a car with such a high biting point. Gear shifts are relatively smooth. I think the i10 is a little bit smoother than this car, as in the gear change. Yeah, welcome to London. Tight streets, but you know what? It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful city. Greatest city in the world. But let's get back to the car review. We're not reviewing London today. We'll do that another time. Nice sound on the indicator, but typical Toyota. Just going to do a small driver. Oh, that biting point. Oh, it's very high up. Quiet engine. I like that. It's a petrol, 1 litre, 71 brake horsepower. And if you haven't yet done so, please subscribe, give this video a like. I'd appreciate that. It's a new channel. I'm not great at this, I'm not perfect. I've only recently started doing these kind of reviews, but we'll get better, especially with your support. Into third. Okay, it's a little bit shaky in third. No power at all. I forget we're in London. Got to keep the speed down a little bit. Right, it's okay. It's okay. It's not as choppy as I thought it would be. The Mini is definitely choppier than this. Definitely choppier. Right in front of us we got the Hampstead Heath. And sorry, not over there. Hampstead Heath will be over there. And that's the Heath. To the right is the Royal Free Hospital, and to the left we should get to the pond. I never understood why on this road, the hospital is right behind us, and on this road they put speed bumps and funny things in the road to keep your speed down. What do ambulances do when they're in an emergency? Do you get that? Hey, welcome to London. Welcome to London. It's not, you know, we got to accept everything we got to accept everybody and everything with their faults. Not everything's perfect. London's not perfect. I'm not perfect, and neither are you. But we accept each other because we are human beings, and this is... What am I talking about? What am I talking about? Okay, we're in second. I'm going up a steep hill, and if the speed limit wasn't 20, I would actually test the speed a little bit more, the pickup. But it's definitely enough power. This is a 1 litre engine. Remember, it's a tiny car, absolutely tiny, and it's very economical. It's just what we need for London. Just what we need. It's, yeah, it's light. The steering is light. What else can I say? I like it. Yeah, I like this car. I don't like everything about it. I hate this red crap. It's absolutely awful, and it feels horrible. It's giving the car a cold, not as in warmth and cold, but just freezing cold feeling. I could feel the coldness coming from the doors, which is not great in the winter. Not a great, and I bet you in the summer these doors get boiling hot because of it. A bit stupid. Didn't think straight. Trying to cut corners here, trying to be cheap. You see, you're trying to be cheap, and this is the crap you get. It's a shame, really, because it's a beautiful car. It's got cruise control over there. Beautiful. Well, suspension's a little bit noisy. Oh, we're off. That high biting point on the clutch. Oh, it didn't sound great. Look at that, it's got the engine management light on this car. Yeah, welcome to the London fog. Nice, cold, foggy autumn day. What is that for? Nothing, it doesn't do anything. What a nice little car. You know what, I do like it. I do like it. I think I like the i10 better, and the Kia Picanto. I think this lets it down a little bit. But I think I do prefer those cars on this one. Especially the Kia Picanto. I think the Kia Picanto is very well put together. You know what this feels like as well? It feels like the new Aygo X with all this crap on the side and around the air vents and all. And I'll be honest with you, I was not impressed at all with the new Aygo X. The new one of these is rubbish, absolute crap. I actually made a video on it. Click on this link, I think, somewhere there, to watch that video. It's just me doing a test drive in it. I'm not doing any talking. But this feels like that car, but this car's from 2019, when that car's a 2022. 2019, this was going out of production. So I'm not really impressed with the new Toyota Aygo X. However, the new Toyota Yaris Cross, especially the Cross, what a fantastic car. I've also done test drives and reviews on those ones. Go have a look at it. I'll post the link in the description below. Thank you. Funny random fact over here, you see that building in the middle of the road? That's called Spaniards Inn. Now that, well, Spaniards Inn is on the left, but that used to be a toll booth, because we're coming up to Bishop's Avenue, and when the Bishops used to live on Bishop's Avenue, which is another name for Bishop's Avenue as Billionaires Row, because it's where all the billionaires live, people that came to visit them had to pay a toll to the Bishops. Anyway, because that building's hundreds of years old in this country, it's called a listed building. So, am I in gear? I'm not in gear. So they had to, so they can't get rid of it. So now you have a building just stuck in the middle of a road, which is a bit of a nuisance, but you know what, it's part of history. By the way, welcome to London. Look at these houses, isn't it stunning? Beautiful, beautiful city. We're in an area called Hampstead Garden Suburb, where another two facts about Hampstead are that every house has to have a hedge in front of the property. Even if it's got a brick wall, it's still got to have a hedge on top of it, you see? And another random fact is that every house has to have square windows. You see that? Square windows on every house. Yeah, welcome to Hampstead Garden Suburb. Beautiful area. That house over there is one of my favorite. Beautiful, beautiful house. One day. Anyway, back to the car. You know what else I noticed about this car? I'm gonna actually show it to you right now. It has a terrible turning circle. So I'm gonna do a 3-point turn here. Ready? Gonna put it full lock. Turn, 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 turn. Bloody hell. You see, in my car, which is a Toyota IQ, oh, look at that, it's got a reverse camera. I can do this in one turn. Oh, that biting point. There we go, we got it. Yeah, terrible turning circle on this car. Very not impressed with that. Again, Kia Picanto definitely beats it with the turning circle. But I wanted to go back that way, so I'm actually going to do a quick U-turn here. Oh, you see, I turn it just doesn't turn. Turn, turn. There you go. I swear that was almost the size of a football field, that turn. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review. It's a realistic, practical review. I haven't prepared anything of what I wanted to say about this car. I literally just got in it, drove and spoke. No preparation. I hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, like this video, comment in the section below. If you have any questions, feel free, and I will just continue with the drive. And if you want to come to watch this beautiful city, watch it. It's stunning. I'll keep the camera rolling, but thank you I just wanted to say thank you for watching. If I think of anything else to say, I will say it whilst I'm driving it.